Open to week 6, 2026. These are our switch on hot picks for the week. Now, we're going to go over a few different markets here. We're going to look at some Amazon stock to begin with. We're going to look at the Euro USD, the Euro Japanese Yen, and also the US 30, and that's going to give us our picks of the week. Okay, one of the biggest things we were looking at over the last several days was the massive sell-off that occurred to open up February in big tech. Wiped about $1 trillion off the board. We saw one of the big losers was Amazon.com, probably the biggest retailer in the world. In any case, what we have right here is a 12-month chart for Amazon AMZN stock. You'll notice we've got a support zone right there at 38% and also a support zone at 62% of this yearly range. I really like those levels. If they do come into play, we have an opportunity potentially maybe to make a little swing trade, maybe to make an intermediate term investment from some nice retracement levels. So from right here, it's not the best entry point in the world, right up around 208. You can see the upside potential for these stocks as outlined by Citigroup has maintained the price target up there right around 320 to 265 a share. So this may be a stock that does rally towards the end of the year after the recent, I'd say, angst in big tech sort of passes. So we're looking at AMZN stock, Amazon stock. And now remember, if you're over on your MT5 platform over at Switch Markets, you do have access to this AMZN.US CDF. Now, this is a big one because it's one of the most popular stocks in the world. It's consistently got a lot of volume, a lot of participation, and what that does is it makes it a great instrument for us to trade. So as you can see, we've got our 9 EMA strategy lined up here on our daily chart. So I get a lot of questions, Shane. The 9 EMA is a strategy that we're sort of putting out there right now from how to trade, and it's available over at Switch Markets. One of the things we really like about the strategy is that it can be used for scalping, swing trading, even maybe some short-term investiture. Right here, all it is just backing off your time frame, maybe from a 1 minute or a 5 minute or 30 minute to a daily. And then you have a legitimate contender for a swing trading strategy. So right there, you can see this CFD product is available over at Switch on your MT5 platform. Remember, thousands of markets available on MT5. You can see right here, here's your 9 EMA. You'll notice that on a daily time frame, we're in oversold territory beneath 30 on that RSI. That means we're waiting for a bullish crossover, potentially to take our buy trade and maybe run this back up into the 250, 252, maybe 260 range. So it really is an interesting type of a scenario that's setting up for Amazon. Most people still like the top side of this market. We're going to wait and see how this develops as we roll deeper into the trading week. But definitely an interesting 9 EMA setup there on your AMZN stock. Okay, the second market, second one of our hot picks is going to be the Euro USD. Now, a lot of folks are trading the Euro USD right now as per usual. It is probably the biggest pair in the world. For me, the technical analysis is relatively simple. The uptrend is there. We have reason to believe that rate cuts are going to become the norm here in the United States, maybe later in the year, maybe after the spring months, but we've got an opportunity here maybe to bid this pair on a decent retracement. So from right in here, I'm looking at this 4-month uptrend, 3-month uptrend, and then sort of a bullish open to February, but 117 down at the bottom. I would say that's possible given Wednesday's NFP report, Friday's CPI report. Those are going to bring huge volatility to the markets. If we do get a reversal, maybe from current levels, then we'll have an opportunity maybe to play that 117. Now, if we don't, it's going to be a little bit tougher. You'll notice you have a support zone right there at 1849, but the market is sort of moving and filling in this tail that was established up here in January. So I expect this to sort of fill in as we roll deeper into February. But if it does not, if it pulls back first, we've got opportunities potentially to get long there with good trade location to the top side. Still favoring the bullish side of this market, but the location has to be a little bit better. Don't really advise just diving in and buying at market right now. Anything can happen, especially with those key news events. Key level to the top side, 122. Legitimate level up there. Do we think that's going to come into play and be a big deal? Well, yeah, more than likely, because you're looking at maybe trending above January's high, and that's going to set you up right up there at your key level of 122. You'll notice 120, sort of a big deal there. We saw the big selling took us up, or excuse me, the big buying took us up over that level in January, and then we reversed off of that. So interesting price action in the Euro USD. One of these that I'm definitely looking at as we roll deeper into the trading week, especially with those key events. NFP Wednesday, CPI Friday. That's a big 1-2 punch when it comes to the Euro USD. No doubt about it. Okay, let's take a look at the US 30. The US 30 is another one of these CFD products that is very popular right now. A lot of angst in U.S. stocks. We saw tremendous volatility last week, and now we're starting to look at the U.S. 30 breaking above that 50 level. Now, what we had was a big breakout on Friday. Now, this was absolutely huge because we sort of had a bullish pennant that was set up. It's sort of on this time frame, the daily, you could see the nice big run up in the horizontal trade, and then the nice big break you had on Friday that took you right up over 50,000. We were expecting a little bit of price action to the bear in front of 50,000. It did not develop. That was a bullish sweep on Friday, nice big recovery off of what was a negative Thursday, and now you're sort of in a precarious position. If you're holding shorts up above 50,000, you really have to wonder what the market's going to do from this level. Is 50,000 going to really step in and be that resistance zone that we pretty much figured it was going to be? Or is this going to actually turn into support? Well, we're watching closely. You can see had a negative day, sort of a hammer formation that's set up on the daily. Typically, that could be reversal, but right there on a bullish market, I'm looking for an inverted hammer. That's just a regular hammer. I'm sort of in wait-and-see mode in what develops here at the US 30, but we're seeing heavy participation at 50,000, two-way action. There's buyers and sellers there. If this bid fails at 50,000, we could see a major pullback, maybe down here to the 49.2 area, maybe the 49.5. Watching the US 30 closely. Okay, back over here on our Switch Markets MT5, the Euro Japanese Yen. Now, this is interesting. Really a good look at our 9 EMA strategy. You can see we've got this all coded, and all these tools are going to be available for you very, very soon. Be sure to check out our daily live streams. I give the links away. They're daily. We've got PDFs, how to trade the 9 EMA. We've got an EA that's pretty much ready for your consumption, and you can see the EA it's pretty nice. I mean, it shows up your sell signal. It's going to give you a buy signal. It's going to give you all sorts of things when our conditions are met. So go over, check the video out. It talks more about the conditions with the RSI and also our 7-bar lag, and then also tells you what exactly your trade management can look like. So for this Euro Yen, this is a 30-minute chart, really a great example of a sell signal that developed into a banger of a trade. And now we're sort of on the other end of the spectrum. Are we looking to buy the Euro Yen? Are we looking to sell the Euro Yen? Really difficult. 30-minute time frame. Probably not going to give you much to work with for the rest of the week. Let's go ahead and back this up to, say, a 4-hour time frame. Now, this is sort of interesting. You can see that we really are pressing the top side of the top side of this RSI, which is right up around 70. If we get a little bit of bullish price action, maybe Tuesday or Wednesday, we could potentially see a sell set up on this 4-hour chart, and that would be very nice, maybe for a swing trade. So if you're looking at your 9 EMA, the Euro Yen is definitely one that I would be looking at later in the week. Another great thing about this cross pair is it gives you insulation from the US dollar. CPI is huge on Friday. NFP is huge on Wednesday. Those two market drivers are really going to shake up the US dollar. In a lot of instances, we can look for insulation elsewhere and maybe trade something that's not directly related to the USD. So something to think about there. Daily chart, you'll see what we've got on the daily creeping up towards that 70. I would be looking at a 4-hour chart if I was trading this 9 EMA strategy for my Euro Yen. Okay, that's a good look at our Week 6 hot picks. There's a few things out there that are interesting. That AMZ and that Amazon stock definitely has our attention. Also, the US 30 up at 50,000 is big. We've got a key dynamic facing the Euro USD. Do we get a rally or a pullback? And then for this Euro Yen, maybe just for a systems play with that 9 EMA on a 4-hour chart, that may set up to be a pretty darn good trade if we want a little insulation from NFP or CPI. All right, everybody, that's a wrap. Be sure to join us for our daily live streams over at Switch Markets on YouTube. We're going to have CPI live, NFP live. I'll be starting 10 minutes before the event. We will trade it live, give you live analytics, and you can come in and ask any question you'd like. All right, everybody, that's a wrap. Trade the action well, and we'll see you on my next live stream.